Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Game Guides of Fallout 76. I hope you're enjoying the series. It's very windy in Sydney today, so let's see if we can stay indoors and give you a few tips. So today we're going to start a series of game guides that we will cover on the various resources. As I find these areas that you need to look for certain resources, I'll bring them to you. Today's focus is all about wood. Probably one of the first resources you're going to look for, and we're going to show you a few tips that a lot of you may well know but some of you might have missed, to help you gather a heap of wood and start your building process. Certainly there was a few things here that I wasn't sure of when I first started playing the game. So you can see this is a camp. I'll show you another one of my camps and one of the other saves in a second. And yeah, here we are. I'll show you where we are on the map. We're at between Billings Homestead and Sylvia Homestead, right on the river there. And one of the things you want to look for is one of these piles looking like this, because this will give you some wood. And we've started at 0 wood, and you'll see how much wood we get in a second. So you just keep clicking until it goes away. And that's already given us, let's have a look, 5 wood scraps, which is not a lot. The other thing you've got to get used to is looking down, because there are logs like this lying all over the place, and you'll see very quickly you can get your wood count up to quite a big number straight away. This is why I like this camp area, because these obviously every time I start the game, and we'll talk about server hopping in a while, these regenerate into the game for me. So every time I come here, the first thing I do is just do what I'm doing now, run around and grab all the wood, and see we actually under attack a little bit here. So moving on back to the camp you saw at the start. Again, when you're going through woodlands, forests, whatever, just get into the habit of looking for these dead trees, and you'll see I'll find a few in a second. There's one right there. And once you know this trick, see, I just about missed that one. Once you know this trick, you'll get into the habit of looking down. You'll be amazed how much wood is actually around the place. So next thing I'm going to talk about is server hopping, and I'm going to show you a location where you can actually farm a fairly substantial amount of wood in one hit. So here's a place you can farm wood very quickly and early in the game. So this is what's it called, Helvetia, I think. Excuse me if I've butchered that name, but spawn into this location. You'll see the yellow house, and there's a little shed just the other side of the bridge. And obviously these are other things that you should be looking for, these wood piles, but you can see it doesn't look as though there's a lot of wood there, but we're starting, let's see what we're starting with. We're starting with 12. So watch as I grab these. Now the thing to do with, and if you don't understand what server hopping is, it's basically once you've done this, exit out the game and join either a friend's server, or completely exit out the game and come back in, and it will put you in exactly where you finished. So you can actually spend a bit of time just farming away all this wood, and you can see I am finding absolutely a ton of wood here. And there you go, there's a little bit more, and just when you think you've finished, there is a heap more. So I'm just gonna, there you go, see, even more. Jump up on the pile and just make sure that you have absolutely grabbed everything you can, because there is a ton of wood in here. There we go. I'm just checking all over the place. Just make sure there's nothing at the back here. And let's just have a look. There's 82 wood, and I actually missed a pile. There you go. So I did another 6, so that's 86. So that's about 74 wood, I think. Just in that one pile, and if you leave the server and come back in again, you can farm that to your heart's content. Because this location is so close to flatwoods, you can actually get to there quickly. Also, when you're looking at cooking stations, always have a look around cooking stations because there's generally wood around there. So there you go, guys. Very quick game guide today. It might seem very obvious to a lot of you, but if you don't know a couple of the little tricks and somewhere to find wood and farm it, hopefully this will help you. If there are other sites that you find where there's an abundance of wood, please let me know down in the comments. Thanks for supporting the channel, thanks for supporting the series, and we'll catch you next time on Gaming for XP. See ya!